Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Now, this lesson is going to be entitled Senator George Lang Warns of Civil War. As you can see in this video here, it shows you what this senator on the left says, about Trump's reelection. Okay, so I'll read the whole title of the video. It says, Ohio Senator George Lang warns of civil war if Trump loses election. If we lose this election, it's going to take a civil war to save the country. Okay, so this is the type of things that are being incited upon the people, and they're really targeting these red-blooded, racist, so-called Christian Edomites, from the Bible Belt and so on and so forth, to really rise up. Okay, this is who they're really targeting, because those are the most violent people, right? These Edomites. So, once you say a few insightful words, they're willing to, to kill people, to do what they have to do. Lynch people, whatever. We've seen it before. We've seen it in the time of the KKK, right? What happened was there was a particular movie that really reignited them, which was called The Birth of a Nation. The first Birth of a Nation movie was to portray Jakes as violent, and they're looking to steal your woman and this and that. And right after first of all, it was just a movie. It was just a figment of a person's imagination. And they used that to incite these so-called white Edomites to go out there as a mob and lynch and kill and destroy Jakes, to show you how easily they're they turn to violence, and this is what they're trying to incite. This is why when
Trump and got people like Schmitty and the Bikers for Trump on our side.
You see. So this is inciting a civil war, but it's not just inciting civil war. It's also inciting a race war, because now they got Kamala Harris in there, and what's that going to do? That's going to make these Edomites have an excuse to come against you so-called black people, right? You got the so-called black woman. She's raising how much millions of dollars for this woman already, right? And if she gets in there and Trump doesn't get in there, see, I could see it going that way too. It could go two ways, Trump could go in there, right? And obviously, it's going to come tyranny. But if they happen to let this hole in there and then not let Trump in there, that's going to be problems. That's going to be problems. So we'll see the way ultimately Yahweh Shai wants it to go, man. Because it's not about how Esau wants it to go. It's about how Yahweh Shai wants it to go. Go 2nd Ezra. And by the way, brothers are saying that, her forefather is a Edomite slave owner. No, her forefather is not an Edomite slave owner. It's her father's grandmother that was the daughter of a slave owner or something like that. It didn't go through her father's father. Okay. But either way, let's go here. Because I thought she was an Elamite at one time, because the only images you seen at one point was her being an Elamite. Okay. I mean, of her Elamite side, the so-called East Indian side of her family. You couldn't find images of her father like that. And when I was looking at images of a father, it would be like an Indian man or something Indian looking man. But now it's showing you the images of her father, which is probably her real father, which he's a so-called Jamaican, a Negroid Jamaican. Okay. From what I can see, right? So this is 2nd Ezra, and all of a sudden all this information is out there, because before it was very hard to find images of this woman's family. You'd only see her full family. You only see the specifically her father. You would only see her her Indian side of the family all over the internet. Okay, but now all of a sudden, you can type in her father and you can see it. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 15. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands, right? Meaning weapons, man. Right? So when they say fight, 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 what kind of fight? They're not talking about just fist fighting. They're talking about also using different weapons. Okay, guns, knives, whatever. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men," and this is what Trump was inciting when he said that fight, fight, fight. That was sedition. That was a seditious statement. Okay, among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Now let's look up this word. Let's look up this word sedition. Let's look up this word sedition. Okay. Okay, so the definition for the word. So why is this thing in French, man? Okay, it says concerted revolt against established authority. Okay, concerted. We'd have to look that up too, just to make sure. But let's see if there's another. Here, let's go to the Merriam-Webster. You should find some good. It says incitement of resistance to or insurrection against lawful authority, which is what? Fight, fight, fight. Meaning they're trying to take me out. We got to fight for this country. And what did this guy say? He said that if DJ Trump doesn't get in there, that, that will be the cause of a civil war, which is all seditious. These are all seditious statements. Okay, these are all seditious statements right here. Okay, it says the leaders of the group have been arrested and charged with sedition. It doesn't mean they went and did something themselves. It doesn't mean they went to go fight against the government themselves. But if you incite people to go fight against the government, right, that is sedition. Okay, so that's the word sedition. So this is what you're seeing right here. Okay, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power," right? So ultimately, the power is going to be in the hands of the people, because there's going to be complete anarchy at a certain point in time. Okay, it says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able," right? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And then on top of this tension, right, and this war, right, there's going to be wars over food. Okay? You see? So there's different things that are getting ready to happen at once. That's why it says great tribulation. Okay? It says, "Behold," and guess what? The elect is going to be in the midst of that. But the thing is, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to be with the elect. All right? So we trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai that he's going to feed us in that day. He's going to protect us in that day. He's going to help us in that day. Okay? He doesn't have his angels out here for no reason, man. It says, "Behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them," right? Which they have done to us, right? So he's setting up World War III so that what? So that these nations could be repaid, and then the elect can be delivered. All right. So all these things are getting ready to happen, man. Okay, and you see this sedition is a major part of prophecy, because when you go to Isaiah 19, let's go there. Hold on, give me a second. Let's see, why didn't it pop up, man? I spelled it the right way? Okay. Anyways, let's go to Isaiah 19 anyway. This is Isaiah 19 in verse 1. It says, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the Yahweh rideth upon the swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of the Egyptian of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it." Right now, this is going to be happening in the new Egypt. Yeah, there was a cloud that came through in the old Egypt, but this is speaking about the new Egypt. Okay, it says, "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians." See, that's going to happen in this Egypt, which is America. Okay, which is civil war. "And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards." So they're going to be trying to receive counsel from witches, or different religions that they practice in, to what? To no avail, man. It's not going to help them. Okay. It says, "And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the river shall be wasted and dried up, and they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of defense shall be emptied and dried up. The reeds and flags shall wither." It's going to get bad, man. It's going to get bad. That's why when you read Isaiah, the 32nd chapter, it says the vintage shall fail, man. It says, "Rise up, ye women are at ease. The vintage shall fail, man." It's going to get bad in America, man. It's going to get bad in Babylon. It's going to get bad around the world, man. Okay? It says, "The paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brooks shall wither, be driven away, and be no more. The fisher shall mourn, and all they that cast angle into the brook shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the waters shall languish. Moreover, they that work in fine flax, and they that weave networks shall be confounded, and they shall be broken in the purposes thereof. All that make sluices and ponds for fish, surely the princes of Zoan are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is become brutish. How say unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise, the son of ancient kings? Where are they? Where are thy wise men? And let them tell thee now, and let them know what Yahweh of hosts hath purposed upon Egypt. Right? Like I said, this is not speaking about ancient Egypt. This is speaking about the modern day Egypt. Okay? See, Isaiah probably thought it was speaking about that Egypt, because he didn't know about this Egypt that's here. All right? It says the princes of Zoan are become fools. The princes, that's why he's mentioning the people of that place, right? But this is the new princes of Zoan, the new leaders, the new Pharaoh. Okay? It says the princes of Noph are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, even they that are the stay of the tribes thereof. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Okay, right? And America is lost its so-called wisdom, its splendor. right? And this is why these red-blooded Edomites are mad. They're pissed off about that. They're trying to bring it back to the state that it was. That's why that slogan "Make America Great Again" was so impactful for these Edomites, because they were thinking about the good old days. But you're not going to go back to the good old days. There's dark times ahead, man. Very dark times. And I hope DJ Trump gets in there so that, you know, so that'll take away all your hope, because he was the great Edomite hope for you guys, man. Right? But when he gets in there, if he gets in there, it's going to be complete tyranny. Right? Now, if she gets in there, it's going to be some civil war and complete chaos as well. So either way, man, either way it goes, man, chaos is going to ensue. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh of hosts, which he shaketh over it. And see, this is all part of the judgment, man. Right? This is all part of the judgment. The civil war is going to be part of the judgment. The destruction of these nations is going to be part of the judgment. In the World War III, right? That's all part of the judgment, man. That's all part of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's will, you see? And it's going to get real bad out here. It's going to get real bad, right? Whatever the case may be, the next presidential election, the next presidency is going to be a very dark presidency for the people, okay? So Lord willing with that, Lord willing, to edify to the elect, and I'll say shalom.